Welcome back to Area of Effect Prepping. Today's video here, I have myself a 511 Tactical Rush 72. It was given to me by a friend of mine, the same one that I got all of that gear that you saw in the last video. I have since taken this bag and put it into use and into action via being my new EDC bag. Now, with that being said, I've already had a lot of things come in and out of this bag very quickly that I want to address. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to kind of go over the bag at the same time. I'm going to unpack it so I can repack it back together. Now, this does contain some of the things for my gaming group that I go to, that it's got the equipment in there for it, but figure, hey, why not? You know, I'm not here to stage videos. I'm not here to do this or that. This is the stuff that I actually bring with me. I actually carry. What's the point in me, not sharing that? So let's go ahead and get into it here and see what's all in the bag. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and cover the exterior of the bag. There is two particular items. I'm going to roll it on its side here. One of them is my Leatherman. I put onto the side of it here. It's just my Leatherman Surge. It does have the additional blades for its equipment. Now, I haven't gotten the rest of the bits for it yet, but I'm working on it. The other one, if I unclip the sides, awkward doing it at this angle. There we go. Pull that back, is a simple rain jacket. I'm not going to open that up. It's got my company logo on it, so that will not be shown. Rush 72 does have a very nice open patch here. It's got mesh on the bottom of the sides here. Solid bottom. Not bad for just trying to throw an extra jacket or something like that you want at quick access. You don't have to open the bag up. Personally, I like it. It also has these little retention pieces here that hold the strap in. However, you can go ahead and slip them out, kind of drag it over side a little bit, pull it right out. Good for keeping that nicely tensioned up, keeping everything together. There we are. All right. Since we're here, let's go ahead and get into the front pouch here. All right, getting into this front pouch here. 511 does have a very nice open pouch. Just have some long lined sticky notes. A folding dice tray. All right, pull these out of here. So a couple of some pens and pencil. Let's see here. There's the medication, as always. Little metal container full of some different bits and otherwise for a different driver that I have in here. Looks like that's all for that one. And then I have a larger one here that I have the charger for my flashlight. That's supposed to be on there. And then I just have a simple little spork with a couple of hair ties on it. Not necessarily for me, but hey, somebody needs it, or I just need to keep a couple things together. Pretty darn useful. Nothing else in there. In this pouch here, I do have some wet ones that I've stored into a plastic bag. Somebody had told me, hey, those could actually leak because of it being a cheap packaging. Now, 511 has quite the organization system here. You notice there's two leashes. Looks like I did forget a pouch here at the top. Just got a nice little blade and some gum. So you notice here there's a couple of mesh pouches. Okay, one up here. Kind of lifts up and around. Got another one here. Also have another one here. Let's see here. Do I have anything in here? I do. Looks like this is my notebook that I have for one of my characters with one of my games that I play. Take that out of there. Nothing else in there. So it's got nice large pocket here, reaching all the way down. You can see here, it comes all the way out to here. Quite a deep pocket, as well as some other storage spaces, pens, pencils, so all different sorts, two larger ones here. A lot of things. Now that we got that one taken out, let's go ahead and take out this top one here. All right, let's go ahead and open this one up here. Now, one of which I'm going to be very careful at grabbing. It's going to be my work ID. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. Completely forgot that was in here, but that's all right. So, nice little wallet multi-tool. Some small items. Lanyard that was spare. Don't have it anymore. Or don't need it in here anymore, as well as my work keys. Let's see here. Lighter with some duct tape. I took it out of my pocket in my coat because I'm no longer going to be wearing my coat here soon. As it is getting warmer, that's why I'm switching over to the rain jacket that you saw there. I saw another pencil fall. It's like a couple of loose batteries, chain pouch, one of my 6 feet of rope, another pen, earbuds, little nail clippers, and it looks like another pack of gum. Probably the one that was out of my pocket that I just tossed in here because I didn't like it. And there's another battery. Top little one here. So I have myself a Sharpie, another pen. That's it. So just a nice little pocket there. Last small pouch that I'm going to bring up. Going to be right up here at the very top of the bag. Now this is a soft one, soft bag here, or soft pouch. But have myself another pencil, pen, and my flashlight that goes with that charger. All right, now that I have all that out, let's see here what I have in the side pouches. All right, so let's see here if I have anything in this one. I don't believe I do. Nope, I do not have anything in this side pouch. However, we'll go ahead and unclip this here, which is the bottom retention for that for that big middle pouch. So these here, quite open. Looks like you have a small pocket up here. Another pocket down towards the bottom. And then just a nice long piece here. Now the other one over here. Again, we're going to go ahead and release the tensioner. On this side, have just a simple Nalgene water bottle. I always keep it filled up, so I always have water with me. But that same exact thing on this side, small pouch, two small little pockets, one on the top, one on the bottom, but that's all. Now that we have all of that out of the bag, let's go ahead and get into the middle of the bag here. All right, now one of the very nice things I've discovered on the 511 Rush 72 here is that it does have a very nice long clamshell. Now, I would take it all the way over here. Let's go ahead and start in the top pouch on the outer portion here. So it's just got a couple of charging cables. One is USB-C to USB-C. The other one is USB standard to USB-C, as well as block charger. If you saw my last EDC bag, I'm sure you recognize a lot of the stuff that's already in here. This is more or less just kind of going over it because I realized I've been sticking things in here and not really giving them much organization. Now, see, that just likes to keep poking out of there, don't it? There we go. Next up underneath that, in this slightly larger mesh pocket, just going to be a business card container that also keeps some gift cards in it, things like that. And then it does have another pouch here at the bottom, but I don't have anything in that. Let's go ahead and lay that out flat. Let's see here. What all do I have in here? Looks like some different notes for some things on a notepad, hold notepad. No, don't really need either one of these left now. So we'll go ahead and take those off. There's that. Again, I talked about my nerd games. Well, here's the binder for that. It's got the different things as well as my dice bag. Okay, everybody, iPad mini. Nice and easy. Now, a couple of spare phones here. Now, these primarily I've been using for some different games and some different items that I did not want to have on my main phone. Just because then I can let them keep going and running while I'm not paying attention to it. Okay, pair of gloves. Those will actually start coming out here once the weather starts getting averaged above 50. I am in the Midwest, so it is still pretty cold. We just had freezing rain yesterday morning, but yet today it was fairly nice out. Gotta love the weather out here. Okay, we also have ourselves a very nice shemagh. Always useful there. Osmo 6. I use this typically when I'm filming things potentially around my work or out and about eventually. Just kind of learning to use it for right now. Just a very nice holding case for it. It's got that kind of gear in it. Eventually, I'd love to do work with that, as well as my drone that I have over across the way here. Food bag, snack bag, whatever you want to call it. Notebooks for different things. Standard notes. My notes on my own personal prepping for the channel, such like that. Just different video ideas I have. Medical bag has come in handy a couple times lately. So this is my standard cables bag. Now, why are the other items not in here? Because those ones I use every day, whereas stuff like this, I'd rather not go digging through. Now, I do have a cable in here, but then I also have other tools and spare documents, things like that on here. So plenty of different little devices. But those I don't typically use them every day, but I do everyday carry them because I've had them come up enough times that I've needed it, that I bring it around. We've all seen my EDC pouch video, I hope. If not, feel free to go back into the channel and go take a look at that. So we have that one here from Voodoo Tactical. Looks like only 2 items left here. Apparently I had another thing of sticky notes in there. See what I mean by I just tossed things in? This is my clothing bag. Now this is one that I might start looking at here as far as to going over what's in it, seeing if I need to adjust it. I do like to take the clothes out once every 3 months or so, kind of swap them out for some other ones, send them through the wash. Even though I might not have worn them, they've just been sitting in a bag for so long condensed. You might as well take them out and get that done. So there's that. Okay, looks like a couple other paper pads here, and then these are some print-offs of some notes that I had from the Urban Prepper, who an amazing person with the channel. Actually, he was one of the first YouTubers that I ever started watching doing this, and I'll tell you something, he makes fantastic content. But continuing through with this, you see here, there's this nice drawstring bag for this. You can see some white here at the bottom of the bag. That's some paint had gotten in it before I got a hold of the bag, but to be honest with you, it doesn't bother me a bit. It's at the very bottom of that and the very bottom of the bag. I'm not worried about that. So this is what I have so far. I do plan on continuing more into this as far as to how to organize into this bag, but that's what I'm about to find out, because I'm going to try to reorganize this a little bit. I try to put everything at the bottom of it here. As you saw, a lot of it was very nicely stacked across. That way I can gain access to it and I know what I'm getting at, whereas I leave the top for if I have my coat or if I have something like that that's, hey, I needed it in the morning because it was 40 degrees outside, but now it's 65 degrees outside. I don't need a coat. I'm perfectly fine in my long sleeve shirt or just a t-shirt even sometimes. Again, you'd be amazed at the Midwest weather, but that's what we're going to go with. I will be linking such things like the bag here, as well as, stuff like the dry bags that I have here. I'll be linking a few of them down below if you want to check those all out, see what you got, see what you think about them, and hey, maybe you want to purchase them. That's entirely up to you. It doesn't bother me a thing, but I just like people being able to be prepared and having the gear that they like. Obviously, I got this from a friend. These bags are not particularly inexpensive. They're still between 100 and I think the lowest I saw them was 170 and as high as 210. But I'll tell you this, from the couple of weeks that I've already owned this one, they are amazing. They are absolutely amazing. One other feature, I should actually do this before I end this video here, is that on the backing here, okay, if you flip the armbands forward, and by the way, there is a very, Very nice waist strap here. There's 2 zippers. They do have a pouch back here. There's no Velcro or anything like that, but I do believe that this right here, it does have a framework here. It's got a steel piece of metal right here with some very hard plastic to keep that back nice and rigid, but you can put plates. I believe you can put a plate back here. So, and then you also have a bag here. Now, this could also be for water bladder. I honestly don't know. I know at the top of this, it's got pouch on, or one left, one right to get through. Ouch. Which are very sharp. They come through here. I don't know. Yep, this thing does have a through hole there, so I think it's supposed to come there, come back behind here, and go out. But I don't fully know, because I'd prefer not to use water bladders. They can be detrimental, very difficult to clean, so I tend to stay away from them. So there's the bag. Thank you so much for coming today and watching this video. I'm going to get this packed up. You know what? For the sake of this, I'll go ahead and make I'll record that too, of me kind of getting everything packed back in. Some of the stuff will be left out because I don't need it, or it's or at least better organized. So thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.